Welcome to Shruti Outloud.
Hello.
Hello, Ruchi. Hi.
Hi, Shruti. How are you?
I am doing really good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm wonderful, in fact.
Good to hear that. So tell me,
Yes.
how has your day been so far?
My day has been very good. I've got a few things sorted today. And
Good to hear that.
I've been writing since morning
Oh,
because
wow.
because of course I had to get in a conversation with you.
Uh-huh.
So it made me, think of a few things that I have not thought about. But
Absolutely.
of course I had the answers to it, but it's just when a question comes and you kind of consolidate an answer.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yes,
So,
that's
yeah. So we are all ready to take this conversation ahead.
perfect. Yes, I'm all ready. Please.
Great. So before digging into, I would like to let the audience know about you a bit. So would you maybe say a few words about who is Ruchi?
Okay. So professionally, I am a counseling psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
And I specialize in relationship coaching for
Mm-hmm.
couples and individuals. I'm a budding self-love coach also, because I too believe that once you start loving yourself, that's the moment when you can love others.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about me professionally. But personally, I am a poet. I write a lot.
Wow.
I am working on my book right now.
Right.
I'm a mother. There are a lot of gaps otherwise also. So yeah, that's what Ruchi is, a mix of a lot of things. Yes.
I think that's the perfect way to define yourself. You have done it beautifully, Ruchi.
Thank you.
I think people will get an idea, okay, now who is that, who is the second and who is sort of gonna, basically be the other part of this conversation. So I'm so
Yes.
glad that you said it so beautifully.
Thank you very much, Shruti.
Considering the topic of our conversation is the art of self-love, right?
Yes.
So what is self-love? How do you define self-love?
So, okay, first thing here that we need to understand is what is love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so love is one of the most beautiful and one of the most exhilarating feelings in this world.
Right.
And so I'm talking about this most beautiful feeling and then yourself. So the love that you constantly give to others, the attention you constantly give to others,
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you to give it to yourself.
Right.
And that's self-love. So the love that you've been giving, the attention you've been giving to others,
Uh-huh.
let's give it to ourselves. Self-love is something where we stop pleasing other people and
Mm-hmm.
become more aware of ourselves and start pleasing ourselves first.
Right.
So it's more like filling your own cup.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's actually, that takes me to the question that, whatever you are saying about self-love, it's absolutely true, and I absolutely agree with you on everything that you just said.
Yeah.
But we see there are a lot of people who don't really understand this part, or possibly their definition of self-love is a bit, I would say, different, or I don't know. It's so. What do you think that stops people from exploring self-love? I mean, they would possibly say that, oh yeah, I absolutely understand this concept and I love
Hmm.
myself. But do you
Mm-hmm.
think they actually do mean it, or are they actually on the right path? Or if it is stopping them, then what is actually stopping those people from exploring this in the right way?
Right. So I think the first thing that I always feel that what people lack, in general is awareness.
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
So if I'm not aware of exactly what I am composed of
Mm-hmm.
and what my own needs are, I can never really know who I am, and that is when people sometimes mistake selfishness or narcissism with self-love. It's
Right,
it's a
absolutely.
completely different thing. Self-love is not just about, constantly just, so it's about loving yourself, but then when you love yourself so much, it spills over and you love other people in the same way, and you set those people also free on the path of loving themselves, So, do you understand it? Like, if I start loving myself unconditionally, I set you also on a path to love yourself unconditionally.
Right,
So
absolutely.
it's a chain, it's a beautiful chain reaction that happens. But a lot of people don't understand it, and when they don't understand it, they obviously go in the wrong direction.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They kind of think that it's selfishness, and they become very selfish. They get these unempathic feelings like narcissism. Which is very opposite to self-love. So self-love is about being empathic to yourself and then to others also. So that's one misconception that people have, and that I think somewhere, holds them back into, exploring it further.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I would like to ask here is that, so what are some telltale
Hmm.
signs between people who actually understand self-love and people who are maybe just, selfish, or maybe they don't understand it that well? What would be like the simplest of a sign that can give you that hint that, okay, this person is saying that they understand the meaning of self-love,
Hmm.
but possibly that's not the,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So a person who's truly in love with themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and who has truly accepted themselves and is on the path of celebrating themselves, that's what I feel is a three-step way of loving yourself. Acceptance,
Mm-hmm.
awareness, acceptance, and celebration of self. Okay, so a person who's truly in love with themselves
Uh-huh.
would set others also on free them for the path of loving themselves.
Right, right,
So
right.
it's and the person who's not truly in love with themselves would hold back people. They'll try to
Mm.
find faults in you, probably tell you that your way is not right, and so a person who's not aware and still not set on that path would never let you also go on that path. And that's probably the
Hmm.
first sign.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's counterproductive, then you no longer become a people pleaser, right?
Right, absolutely. Hmm.
Self-loving is very different from people-pleasing, right? So
Uh-huh.
it's counterproductive to people. Once you stop being a people-pleaser and you somehow do not work in their narrative,
Uh-huh,
it's
uh-huh.
counterproductive to them. So, of course, these people would never let you explore self-love completely because they don't understand the meaning, and you know,
Hmm.
so that's a telltale sign, that yeah, well, they are still not there, and
Yeah.
these people lack in general, they lack empathy.
Hmm.
A
Right.
person who is very loving towards self, is full of empathy,
Right, right. Actually,
so
that's a very nice and, a very right way of basically just letting people know that,
yes,
yeah, I think that this is really going to help a lot of people. Like, we are
yes,
5 minutes into the conversation and it is already, proving so helpful in my
yeah,
opinion. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And also, Shruti, I'll add a line here, is
Uh-huh.
that, because it's so relevant to the thing that we are saying, is that, so self-love is about being mindful about yourself
Mm-hmm.
and then act on the knowledge that you gather from your study. So if
Right.
Shruti lists down 5 things about herself that she
Uh-huh.
feels she truly is,
Uh-huh.
and then she starts working on those things, that
Uh-huh.
is exactly what self-love is, this mindfulness. Rather than Shruti collecting 5 things, what people have
Hmm.
been saying about her and starts working on them. You understand the difference
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you act on your recipe, you act with your ingredients rather than the ingredients which people are giving you. Because what people are observing is a false thing, and they are seeing what they want to see, right? What
That's very
Shruti
true. Yeah.
knows about her is what she is truly made up of.
Right.
So self-love is about becoming aware of these 5 things and then working and creating your own recipe with these 5 ingredients rather than what people have been telling you. So that's very important in self-love.
Yeah, I think that's a very good, I would say, a tip that you have sort of,
Yes,
given people
yes,
to
yes,
just start off this journey. That
yes.
instead of thinking about what people are telling you, the
No.
list that people are providing you,
Yes,
don't work on
yes,
that. Create your own list.
yes, yes, yes,
Absolutely. Wow, this
yeah.
is going to be so helpful. Even I
Yeah.
can, I really, pen down everything and make notes right now.
Yeah,
It's very
and
important. Yeah.
don't go by what people have been telling you about you, because
Hmm.
that's what they see in you from their perspective and their day and their conditioning. That is
Right.
not what Shruti truly is or Ruchi truly is.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes. So that's the first step. Again, awareness. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, so I would like to ask you, this might be a little personal, but I still want to ask you this question, that how
Yeah.
did you realize that, that this is the most important thing, and just, yeah, I want you to say a few words or a few
Okay.
sentences about that moment when you were like, okay, this has
Okay.
been missing in my life and I need this.
Yeah. So, Shruti, incidentally, and I'm not like bragging here, but I think I've always been in love with myself since I was a
Uh-huh.
little child,
Uh-huh.
and I don't remember not being in love with myself. And I would appreciate myself. I would self-validate, my actions. I would be the person who would always be validating my actions and other people's actions around the house. Okay. But having said that, I also went through my doubts and my conditioning that we go through, the family
Mm-hmm.
conditioning, the
Right, right,
societal
right.
conditioning. But then there was 10 years ago, there was this moment I met this lady,
Uh-huh.
and so my question was like, why am I like this and why don't people accept me?
Right, 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 right.
And then, she goes like, why do you really need somebody's acceptance?
Absolutely. Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
like, she's like, you are like this and it's okay. Like for the first time, somebody normalized it for me that you're okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was my eureka moment. I was like, yes, it is okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Like somebody validated that you're not strange, you're okay.
hmm.
You are unique and you're amazing, and just accept it. The best thing is that you cross that first step, which is awareness. You're aware already, right?
Uh-huh,
You're
uh-huh, uh-huh.
aware of your unique qualities, right?
Right.
The only thing now is needed is acceptance.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think so I always had the awareness about myself,
Uh-huh.
but probably was struggling with the acceptance. But since 10 years, I've been accepting myself, I've been letting go, and I've been celebrating myself. So it's been a beautiful journey since then.
Yeah, I can absolutely
Yeah.
imagine, because I would say that I have been on a similar path, but
Yes.
the challenges, and actually that is the next question that we are
Yeah.
moving towards,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
what are the challenges that you might have faced, or the reactions or
I would like to talk
backlash.
about that. Yes.
Yeah, and also here, before sort of, letting you sort of, address this topic, I would also
Right.
like to tell you, because, I have personally come across this situation so many times that I
Yeah.
I love myself. Like, I
Yeah. Yeah.
completely love myself. That, everything about me, I am,
Hmm.
for me, I am perfect. As
Hmm.
simple as that. And whatever I'm working on, it's for me that I'm doing it and not
Yes.
for anyone else.
Yes.
But
Yes.
then there are so many people around you. They can be your friends, they
Hmm.
can be your family,
Yeah.
and they will
Hmm.
always pull you down. For them, there will always be, something missing. And
You know why? Because it's counterproductive to them.
hmm,
You're being so liberated and so free and so much in love with herself. It's counterproductive to so many people because you then do not care about pleasing them. Rather,
uh-huh,
you empower them to become themselves. And people don't
absolutely.
want to be themselves. People are
Yeah.
very afraid of being themselves. So they're afraid of people who have accepted themselves,
Hmm.
So understand this. The people who are not aware, they are afraid of you because for them you are this aware soul, and they
Uh-huh.
don't want to somehow register who they are, They're still
Yeah.
afraid. So I'm not saying they're bad people, they're
Uh-huh.
good people,
Uh-huh.
but it's just that on the level of awareness, probably they are on a level 1 right now,
Uh-huh.
and probably
Uh-huh.
you have reached a level 3, So,
Hmm.
so they're not bad people, they're good people, but when I'm talking about the awareness level,
Right.
probably you are 2 level up than them, but they'll
Yeah.
reach there, someday, but not right now.
Yeah. But sometimes,
Yeah.
it gets a little sad because,
Yes, it does.
yeah,
It does. Yeah.
and especially sometimes it is done by people who are quite close to you, and
Yes.
then even that happens with me, that for 5 minutes then I'll sit and, I'll ask myself that, what did I do wrong? But then because, I love myself so much, I just, get over it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a
I'm
good
just
thing.
being myself, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the problem that I recognize here is that you still seeking validation. You're still trying to please people.
Hmm. Right.
And the day you somehow get over this thing and you become more mindful that okay, this is the threshold I'm crossing of becoming a people pleaser or I'm seeking validation. You'll take a step back. You know.
Right. 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 Right.
So it's like you have to be very mindful in the conversation and you have to address it that dude, I'm like this and I like
Hmm.
it, and I'm gonna do it this way.
Right.
And you're gonna see
Absolutely.
some results and I think you should do it too. So
Yeah.
again, a good person would empower the other person also,
Yeah. That's
not pull them
true.
down. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
if you're
Absolutely.
truly aware soul and if you're truly in love with yourself, you'll empower others also. That's important.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is one thing that, I have been working on, that
Yes.
anybody who is not sort of, happy with what I
Yeah.
am doing, or
Yeah.
sort of, can be a part of my journey, and possibly I never stop anyone from doing something nice for
Yes.
themselves.
Yeah.
So I have been sort of, distancing myself from such people because honestly, I am working on myself right now. And
Hmm.
for me, sometimes these, I would say, people, they become a little distraction for me. That,
Hmm.
okay, yes, I'm not saying that I don't love you, but right
Hmm.
now I need to work on myself.
Yeah, yeah. And I think claiming that space and creating that boundary is great. It's again a step of awareness that you aware that okay, this boundary is being crossed and you creating that boundary, which is a great thing. But at the
Exactly,
same
yeah.
time, you're not being nasty to them or being bad to them or trying to pull them down in any way.
Right,
You
right, right.
again empowering them that okay, I have set my boundary, you also set your boundary and set out on a path of self discovery. So that's what I would do too. I claim my space.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's
That's,
what you've been doing. That's great.
yeah, that makes me feel so better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So yeah.
please go ahead. I'm really sorry.
No, no. The question I would love to answer the question that you're
Yes.
about to ask me.
Acha. Okay. So, so my next question is that, okay, self-love is there, the concept is there, the feeling is there, the
Yeah.
awareness is there, all of that is there, but why should people do this? As simple as that. That
Okay.
possibly, a lot
So
of people, they don't even
yeah,
know this feeling, and
yeah.
they will have this question. Okay, you know what? I am happy in my life. So why do you want me to go through this path of, self-love?
Right. Okay. That's a very nice question, Shruti. Thank you
Hmm.
for asking me this. Okay. Have you experienced sadness?
Yes,
Have you experienced anger?
absolutely, yes.
Have you experienced defeat, regret?
All of those.
Yeah.
All
Have
of
you
those, yes.
experienced love?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So if you have experienced this whole amazing experience of feeling different things like
Hmm.
sadness, happiness, and all those things, why not also experience love?
Right.
a lot of people say they have not experienced love,
Hmm.
And then I say that what stops them from experiencing a beautiful emotion like love, which makes you complete,
Right.
And then I am talking about self-love, it's about putting yourself on the pedestal and loving yourself.
Uh-huh.
So I feel that I think it's the most important thing to experience, and if you haven't done it, you should
Right.
be doing it.
Absolutely.
And trust me, it is the most liberating feeling. Again, coming to the point that why should we do it, right?
Hmm.
If I am not filling my cup, if my personal cup is not full, is there any way I can give anyone else the love or respect that they need? I can't. I
Yeah.
can't. So the first step is to take care of yourself. Again, that analogy, and it's been used a lot of times, but I still use it. It's when you're sitting in an aeroplane and the pressure drops, the mask drops, and the
Right.
first thing that they say is, instruction says is that put your mask on first before helping your passenger, co-passenger.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's the same thing. So first love yourself, and once you are like loved enough, start loving the other people around you. It's as
Right.
simple as that. And it's like any other feeling. Like if you're sad, sadness radiates, right? If you're happy, the happiness radiates. Love is such an amazing and such a magnetic feeling that once you're full of love now, you don't even have to give it to people. It radiates. It reaches them.
Right.
And
Right.
and it's things would not seem so negative or so bad anymore if you are in love with yourself. If only people just go and start walking this path.
Absolutely. Like, there's also this Hindi prayer that you used to do. दूसरों
Yeah.
की जैसे पहले
जैसे
खुद
पहले
को
अपनी
जय करे.
जय करे. Yes.
So I think they were talking about
Perfect.
the same thing.
They were talking about, and you were being taught this since you were like a nursery child, nursery kid, and but we never truly, because see, again, there's nobody teaches you these skills, and I think these skills should be taught, these life skills should be taught early on.
I totally agree
Because
with you on this. Totally. Yeah.
literacy, reading books, doing mathematics, everything will come to you. But having a separate section where people teach you how to become a better person,
Right.
this is the need of the hour, we need to teach people how to be better themselves, a better version of themselves,
Yes.
And so in fact, my endeavor with anything that I work with, and even the relationship counseling or the love counseling or somehow better people and make them better versions of themselves, so that when they go out and they are, they touch at least 5 people, around them, it radiates to the other people also. So automatically, if a person is healed, he somehow radiates the healing to the other 5 people. And then, it's like a chain reaction. So imagine the happiness that we can spread and the love that we can spread with this, So even one healed person,
Absolutely.
I feel, can heal others, So it's very important.
Yes, I totally agree with you on this.
Yes.
Yeah, I really hope that, people who are audience who
Yeah,
are
yeah.
actually listening to this, they understand this and
Yes.
they are like, okay, from today onwards, before anybody else, I will love myself.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so
perfect. Yeah.
yeah, completely. So, okay, maybe, sort of taking this discussion ahead, what are the simplest of exercises that you would suggest that our audience could possibly, inculcate into their mornings and nights
Okay.
to just sort of, take this transition, sort of, transition
Okay.
into this path?
Okay. So first I'll explain a scientific side of this. Is that so love is a feeling
Right.
and love is an action. Okay.
Right.
So you understand that? Like it is love is also used to describe a feeling, and it is an action. I love you is an action. Okay.
Right.
So if I can somehow, for the people who are not able to feel love, what if I convert an action and turn it into a feeling? So my idea here is to give you a few actions, a few rituals. And why these rituals are important? Because I believe that if you do a few actions, they convert into feelings, you know.
Right.
And you know, like sometimes there is no therapist available for you or somebody available to you to guide you. So it's like a basic actions that you can do, you know, and they will translate into feelings over time. Okay. So one thing that the first thing that I truly feel is very important is honoring your body. And for me, it is one of the most important things, you know, how I take care of my body and how I love my body and how I'm able to caress and relax my body. It's one of the first steps towards creating a self-love ritual, you know. So indulge, okay, in whatever small or tiny or grand means you have. I'm not saying go for a bubble bath every day or go for a massage. No, you know, whatever you can afford and whatever is in your means, you know.
Right.
It could be buying a nice hand cream and just massaging your hands for 5 minutes with that cream and just sniffing it for 2 minutes, you know, and just inhaling that aroma in. It's an act of love, you know. You're loving the most important part of your body, which are your hands. You know, imagine you do have no hands, right? Like you won't be able to get on with the day, and you're honoring a part of your body. So again, you know, you can create rituals for every part of your body, honoring your body, you know. And that is very important. Like one thing that I truly do is massage my scalp every morning. Face every morning, and then I have to massage my feet every night, you know, like with oil every night. So because it gives me this thing that, okay, I honored my body, you know. So for me, honoring the body, and it could be any ritual that you create for yourself, you know, it's one of the most important things you can do in the rituals, okay?
Right.
The second thing that I realized is very powerful, and you can try it. I have been doing it since I don't know when, you know. But I tend to have at least 5-6 mirrors in the house.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if you ever come to my house, you'll see mirrors everywhere. And it's not like I'm constantly looking at myself. No. It's like whenever I'm passing a place, I take a glimpse and I affirm, you know. Dude, you're here.
Yeah.
Good job. You're here, you know. You're here. You've been walking around the house, you know. You've been active, you know. Okay, so you reached the kitchen. Good job, you know. Okay, so you're in the bathroom. Good job, you know.
That's a good add-on.
Yeah, and those mirrors don't have to be grand mirrors, but they can be like small mirrors that you've placed everywhere. And looking at yourself and affirming that you exist.
Right.
A lot of us, you know, you do not even see ourselves in the mirror the whole day.
Right.
So we don't know we exist, you know. For us, you know, till the time, so we know our children exist, our brother, sister exist, your mother, because they are physically present in front of us. But we never get to see ourselves, right?
Right.
It's a big affirmation that you physically exist.
Right. That's absolutely.
It's a very powerful thing. And then if you can recite an affirmation that, oh dude, I love you. And it doesn't have to be a very meditative affirmation that you have to make. It could be just a quick snap, you know, oh dude, I love you, you know, or oh my God, I love you. Like, you know, something that would,
oh, you are awesome. Like as simple as that,
As simple as that. You don't have to like say, oh my God, you're the greatest soul. No. Don't even go there. Like something snappy, quick, and just affirming that you exist. That's it, you know. Or just a hi, you know, a quick hi to yourself, you know. So that's another ritual that I have always found that works, you know. And again, I say actions convert into feelings. So that's one thing that really, really works very effectively here, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then the third ritual that I like and I work a lot with is meditating with body movement. So you can put a beautiful piece of music, sit in a quiet corner of your house. If you want like some aroma oil or anything, just burn it, you know, incense, whatever, and just sit down and move your hands and your body according to the music, And it might seem like a very mundane thing to do, and you would why am I doing it? But once you start getting into that flow, in that zone, and you close your eyes and you kind of, you see that you have completely transformed your whole body,
Wow.
because it's very meditative, and you don't have to really know any dance form for it. You just have to simply move yourself with the music, and you can do it standing, sitting, all those things. And I think the fourth thing that I would like to add here is a gratitude journal or a gratitude thing, and giving out thanks to people immediately when you kind of see that they have done something nice for you. In general, also just sending out gratitude, thanking the people who have existed in your life, It's a very powerful technique, and it always works, Even the people who have done something negative to you, forgiving them, moving on, and showing a thank you to them, is very important, because if they did not do that thing wrong at that time, you would not have probably moved to the different paths,
Right,
and
absolutely.
they only set you out on that path, So I have a personal this thing that I don't ever keep regret in myself. I just forgive very quickly, and I just say my thanks, and I just move on in my life. I never really hold any grudges against people. And so it's not very easy to do. Again, it's not like a thing that you can do immediately, but you can try, and you will realize that once you live with no regret, and there's no burden you're carrying, loving yourself becomes very easy, It's
absolutely.
Yeah, and it's very easy, after that. You have no grudge, right? You say, okay, everything happened because, it happened.
Yeah. Absolutely. Accept it and move on. It's okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And just be quick with it. Don't brood. Okay, ek hafte baad I'm going to forgive that person. Don't do that, Forgive them immediately,
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this would be something that will take some time.
Practice?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, once you are there, I think it will become so much more, life will become so much more simpler and happier.
And also you would not live with any regrets,
Right, that's
because
one
you've
thing.
already, no negativity, right? You've already forgiven that person, right?
Exactly. So it's already sort of, out of your system and
It's
everything.
out of your
So,
space, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I've already forgiven you, theek hai, And thank you for existing, You came into my life, so I learned this thing,
Absolutely. Yes.
So
Completely.
even giving your gratitude, giving, not just forgiving, but saying thank you and, celebrating their presence, that, okay, you came. Thank you for that,
Right.
So
Completely.
that's one thing I've learned, but it has taken a lot of practice, but I know it is one of the most powerful things you can do. Forgive.
Absolutely. But okay, so I have a quick question here that
Right.
sometimes this happens and you say thank you, but possibly the receiver might take it as maybe, a sarcasm. That, okay, so you are saying
No, but
thank
then
you.
that thank you is not like you have to say thank you in the face.
Okay, just say to yourself. You don't have to say it out loud to them or
Just
anything.
smile, just smile and just, it could just be a gesture, Just smile that, okay, it doesn't matter,
Right, because the thing is there is so much negativity because, even if you want to do something good, possibly people might, make it into something else that, oh,
Yeah, but
all
then,
right.
okay, no, just forgive and smile, that's all.
Right,
And
right,
forgive
right.
them and thank them in your heart, if you can't. So again, it's not about thanking them or telling them. It's about telling yourself that you have forgiven them, you have forgotten it, and you have thanked them, It's not so much about, so there are people who were at some point in our life and they no longer exist, right?
Right.
And I have to forgive them, right? So I have forgiven them and I send my thank you to them, I don't have to write it in a text and thank them,
Right. It's just, it's within yourself.
It's for you,
Right.
This exercise is for you. Again, I'm not being a people pleaser here, right? I don't have to thank you to thank you. or I don't have to tell you that I've forgiven you to forgive you,
Exactly. Yeah. Completely.
I'm no longer pleasing anybody. I'm pleasing myself, It's for
Exactly.
me
You're
I'm
doing it for
doing it.
yourself.
Yeah, not for you,
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are some really good exercises actually that people can
Yeah.
easily sort of, just
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
Shruti,
Completely.
and you'll realize that even if you kind of start doing one or two things,
Uh-huh.
you'll start seeing very amazing results in your life, You'll see you've become calmer. No longer people's, comments about your life or anything, they bother you.
Right.
They,
Absolutely.
yeah. You'll realize it that it's very powerful. Yeah,
Yeah.
and people will start leaving you alone also. So
Yes.
once you've set very strong boundaries, people start leaving you alone. They're like, okay, she's on a path. Let her do it. And she's setting me on a path also, They'll realize
Exactly.
that also. So those strong boundaries would help you, So
Yeah.
I don't basically feel that anybody is negative, that's my learning from life, that nobody is per se negative. It's only
Uh-huh.
just situations are such that people act in a certain way.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's just think that not everybody, like nobody is negative. And if we look at people like situationally disturbed or coming from a certain place, then we would not treat them so badly. And we'll be
Right.
like, okay, you do your thing, I'm going to do my thing. So, and people would understand it. When
Exactly.
you have set strong boundaries, people don't bother you. Trust me, they don't. Yeah.
Right. This is
Yeah.
something you have given so much to, think
I
about.
know.
Like I'm sort of getting lost in this conversation that, okay,
Yeah.
I have to bring myself back. Okay, let's move on to the next question. It's sort of an exercise for me that, okay, I really
Yeah.
want to sit and think about these things, but
Yeah.
let's move ahead with the
No,
next
no, no, of
question.
course. But do try it, Shruti. I would love
Absolutely,
you
I
to.
will.
Yes, yeah.
Completely. I am going to sort of, try possibly one by one. And yes,
Yeah.
because I think I'm already on this path, and
Yes,
yes,
I
so
think so too. I think that you're very aware. Whatever conversation I've had with you, I've realized that you're already doing a few things. In your own way, without being so aware of those rituals, but
right,
you're doing them. So you're on the right path. Continue.
right.
Yes.
So yeah, getting to know these things, I'm pretty sure that they are going to actually help me quite a lot, and I'm
Yes.
very happy that we are having this
Yes.
conversation.
Yeah. Thank
Completely.
you. Thank you very much.
Ruchi, I want to ask you something here that why do you think that people hold on to bitterness or, sadness or negative feelings? Like, they find their comfort in that zone. Why do you think it is difficult for them to let that
Yeah.
thing go?
Yeah. Because it's easy, right?
Hmm.
It's
Right.
easy,
Because,
right?
yeah,
Like
change is
it's
always,
very,
yeah.
see, no, and also Shruti, it's easy to blame your past
Hmm.
and, not live in the present. It's very easy. Like I can say, मैं काश ज़्यादा events करती पहले,
Uh-huh.
and then I brood the whole day over this thought, and I kind of zeroed today, right?
Hmm.
I can live in a regret, I can live in a pain the whole day,
Right.
and then the next day that मैं कल कुछ कर सकती थी, and then the next day कि मैं कल कुछ कर सकती थी. So it's like an endless easy chain because I am brooding over a thought that has already happened.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's easy, right? But
Yeah.
creating something new and coming to the future or coming to the present is the most difficult thing. So living each day as it is coming,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
hard.
absolutely.
Being mindful is hard. That okay, right now I'm talking to Shruti, so
Uh-huh.
nothing else is on my mind. It's just Shruti that is on my mind,
Right.
That's very hard. Because if you're having a conversation, they have 1,000 things about their past that they're thinking about, and probably 500 things for the future that they're thinking about, but they're not present,
Yeah, absolutely. And that
So
happens
I
quite a lot,
think this
yeah.
bitterness that you talk about and this sadness that you talk about, it's easy to hold on to it. Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah, that's true.
काश ऐसा होता तो ये होता, काश वो होता तो ऐसा होता, वो काश में ही पूरी जिंदगी निकल जाती है.
एग्जैक्टली.
ये
बात तो है, ये बात तो बहुत सच है कि हाँ, काश में ही, मतलब पीपल स्पेंड हाफ
काश
ऑफ
में
देयर
ही.
लाइफ ऑन
and the काश is again past also and the future also.
राइट.
Right.
एग्जैक्टली. हाँ,
काश ऐसा हो जाए या काश ऐसा हो जाता.
हाँ.
तो उसी में people spend their entire lives, entire days just brooding over the past and the future, not living in the present. And that is, I think, that's easy because ख्याली पुलाव बनाना बहुत आसान है और पुरानी बातों को याद कर करके रोना बहुत आसान है. It's very easy because that has already happened ना.
Right, exactly.
We have a data for that. उसको use करते रहो बार बार,
हाँ, completely.
And also, it's an endless circle. It's a vicious circle, right? It's not a linear thing that you'll probably get out of. It's a circle. You'll keep. So आप ऐसे ही दिन waste करते रहोगे. फिर अगले दिन उस दिन waste हुए को की चिंता करोगे. You'll regret the next day. Then you'll regret the next day. So it's like an endless thing. And you would not even realize you'll one day turn 45, 50 and you'll be like, oh my God, what did I do with my life?
Right.
Even if that realization someday comes to you, people spend their entire life in regret. Yeah.
That's true.
So it's
That's
easy.
So true.
It's easy. That's what I feel. It's easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, that's very true actually.
Yeah.
Because it's easy, so that's why people just hold on to their past or they keep thinking about their future instead of being where they are right now.
And probably creating a plan, for the day,
Right.
Because that's hard.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Achha, so what would you say that possibly a suggestion for people to be more giving in the simplest of ways? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Shruti? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Huh. So I am just saying that how can people be more giving in the simplest of ways?
Okay. So first thing is that you cannot become giving, No.
Okay.
You can only radiate and you can only pass over what you have.
Right.
If you do not have it in you,
you cannot give it.
There's no question of giving, And also, I don't like this word giving so much because it's like I'm giving a piece of myself. I'm not ready to do that. Probably I'm ready to radiate my energy, and you can accept a bit of it, but I'm not giving out anything. That's gonna happen, right? So people to become more radiating, what they can do is first fill themselves with the light, fill themselves with the love. So once I am ready, I will automatically radiate. ये कोई conscious decision नहीं होगा श्रुति. It won't be a conscious decision कि आज मुझे देना है या मुझे आज giving करनी है. नहीं. So when people say that I am very giving, I'm very this, so I don't believe it. I say you are again you're being a people pleaser.
Right.
Because you are consciously giving. You're aware that you're giving a part of you. The day you start radiating, and it subconsciously is happening, and people are receiving it without you giving out anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I know what you're saying.
I think we should work on becoming full, so that we radiate, rather than becoming giving, because giving somehow doesn't sound like a very good word to me,
Yeah, it's like, it's more like,
it's like I have 10,000 rupees, so I'm giving that 100 rupee note, No. I should be full and ample and, abundant, and anybody can come and take whatever they want, as much as they want,
Right. These are the words that should be used.
Yeah. It's like radiating something and being abundant, So again, it's a beautiful word. I think becoming abundant, with whatever you are or becoming.
Right.
People will take it. Like, people will anyways receive it, you know. So you don't even have to do it consciously.
Exactly.
It will happen apne aap, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's actually really good.
So,
That's actually,
because
yeah.
people should start filling themselves up, you know, with knowledge, with awareness, with wisdom, with loving themselves, you know. And once they are full, they will automatically start radiating it. You know, they don't have to make a conscious effort. That's all I know. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So wow, that the whole discussion was absolutely beautiful, and I would
Thank
say
you.
it is going to help a lot of people, I believe.
Yes.
That people who have been sort of, people who are a bit lost in their lives and they don't
Yeah.
know. So I
Yeah.
think this is going to be a very good path for them to be
Yes.
on. And before I let you go, I really want to ask you that, say, some of our audience, they want to possibly get in touch with you for some sessions or counseling or something. So how can they get in touch with you?
So they can call me. They can reach out on a call with me, or they can. I have my own Instagram handle, Ruchi Ruuh, and they can contact me there, or they can just get in touch with me on an email. So I mean, I'm available online and offline. So yes, for sessions, yes, yeah.
Absolutely. So what I'll do is I will basically I will add all of this, your information, your Instagram handle and all to the description, and whosoever wants to reach you, they can just possibly, pick that information from there and get in touch with you.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be wonderful, yes.
Absolutely. And this was such a good talk session with you, Ruchi, and I am feeling so what do you say? What's the word? Like,
no, don't say anything. You don't really have to say anything. I'm already
just feeling
receiving
it.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just feeling it all, and honestly, I don't have even words to sort of put that feeling into. So, all I would say is just thank you. Thank you for agreeing to be a part of this conversation. Thank you for agreeing to be a part of Shruti Outloud.
Yes.
And it was
Perfect.
a wonderful however minutes were there.
And I think Shruti, I would like to personally thank you for asking such an amazing question. I think I always wanted somebody to ask me these questions because you have the answers, but at times you're waiting for someone to ask you the right questions.
Right.
And I think today was that moment for me when you asked me the right questions. So thank you for that.
I am so glad because, these are the questions that just came to my mind when we were sort of, I was thinking about this topic. So yeah, these were the questions I wanted to know the answers to. So thank you. Thank you for answering all of them beautifully, I would say.
All right, Shruti.
All right, Ruchi.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great day. Bye.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe.